Bang, bang, bang. What's going on, everybody? Victor 22. This is going to be part one of my Drizzy Drake Road to the Show series. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some stuff for people who may not be too familiar with Road to the Show. If you are familiar, then you're going to know a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about in this first video. But if you are new to MLB The Show or Road to the Show, this is the ultimate career mode where you create your own player and live out the dream of going from nobody to an MLB superstar. Hopefully a Hall of Famer. It's like an RPG mixed with baseball. You level up attributes, unlock perks, make life-changing decisions, and every at-bat and pitch matters. In 26, they've massively expanded their early years, so it feels more real. We're starting right in high school, working our way through recruiting, possible college, the draft. MLB The Show they've done a lot. I haven't played a Road to the Show in a few years. Haven't really played one since we could use the created players in Diamond Dynasty, so. But just like a lot of us, I used to play Road to the Show religiously before Diamond Dynasty was even a thing. So we're going to start with my character, Drizzy Drake. I'm going to make a two-way, right? I started making it a two-way. As I played through this high school season, I kind of felt like I made a error because I chose to be a closer and a shortstop. And as you will see, as we go through this video here, as a closer, I only got to pitch like every other game, and then I would sit every other game. And then as a hitter, I would hit every other game. It kind of sucked. But there's a lot of customizations here you can go through. I'm trying to just make a random Drake looking. Also, if you wanted to you can do a face scan. You just connect your MLB The Show account here. MLB The Show companion app. Once you get all set up, you hit the little 26 button. It's like a home screen and then your settings home screen. And you see right there the face scan. And you're literally just gonna put your phone up to your face and it's just gonna put it around your head and it takes a scan of your face. Right? So yeah, so right here within the customizations, I'm doing a little bit of fast forward so we can get through the good stuff. Just so much customization. You'll see online like a bunch of crazy looking creative players, look like trolls or giants. I'm just trying to find a random face that kind of looks like Drake with the beard. We can go into the batting stance. Obviously, there's a million batting stances. I believe when I was looking, I was just going through and then I kind of got like, okay, there's a million names. Let's just land on a name. And I landed on, so Adam LaRoche was one I used to use back in the day. I landed on Jose Bautista here. Adam LaRoche was one that, for years, I've used Adam LaRoche in my created player Road to the Show. For pitching, I went with Pedro Martinez. He's like my favorite pitcher of all time. You can also, customize your home run swings from both sides of the plate. They got some goofy looking home run swings in this game. I don't even understand why they're still even, like, some of them are so bad and they've been here for 15 years, it feels like, and they just leave them in there. They're just terrible looking, dude. But they have some sweet ones too. So here we're going to hop into high school, right? So I know this is something they started last year, the whole high school into college. It's just it is what you think it is. You play a few high school. It's not like you play a whole high school season. Here I am making my first closer appearance. Well, I'm in the 7th inning, but high school games, I think that's the right. If they're going by real high school rules, this is the last inning. So I'm closing out in the 7th inning. And we win. Like I said, so as the closer, I picked a two-way So look here. This is going to show you the college interest, who's interested in you, your progression points. But I thought as a two-way, maybe like I would be able to play shortstop every game, and then they bring me in to close. But it seems like in the game that you pitch, you don't get to hit that game at all. So that kind of sucks. So this is just some recruiting stuff. See, so this is my first game in the lineup. This series is going to be on GOAT difficulty. For this high school stuff, it was already set on Legend, and as I was hitting, I was like, wait, what is this on? I thought I had put it on GOAT, and you'll see me here in a little bit. I go to the settings, and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I on?
That's a ball.
Yeah, I just ended up deciding, okay, I'll just do the high school year on Legend. Trying to get comfortable with the swing here, see what's going on, have some fun, just hit the ball. But the actual, when I get into, you know, the college scene, I'm going to be going on GOAT difficulty. I just like the challenge of the high speeds. As a young lad in my younger years, I used to play Road to the Show, and I would go put it on the highest difficulty and then go to the sliders and even max those to make Legend faster. It was just always a thing for me. I liked that challenge of actually, like, dude, if you just play, you know, if you play for years like someone like me, I mean, even on Hall of Fame, I mean, I'm gonna hit 150 home runs in a season, dude. It's like, that's not, I want a challenge, right? I want to be like, oh my god, I'm hitting 350, wow, you know, instead of hitting 600. Like at a certain point, like, you might be new to the game, you're like, oh my god, how do you hit like that? No, if you play the game and you really love the game, and you have any sort of thumbs, you know, you're gonna get good. It's just about, you know, you got to put the hours in. I am a player who plays a lot of Diamond Dynasty, a lot of ranked seasons. But my base in this game, it comes from Road to the Show, just grinding out Road to the Show. Diamond Dynasty, if you are new to MLB, Diamond Dynasty was something that came around in 2016. I believe that was the first year. I might be saying this wrong. I might have my history wrong here. Before then, I mean, you could do like some online rated games where you play regular teams, live series teams versus another person. That was something I remember doing in like 2014 for the first time. But I mean, I didn't have great, like, it wasn't a great experience back then, you know. It was very choppy. It wasn't that fun for me in those years. It could have been my fault. I could have had just terrible internet and whatever. I was just playing mostly just Road to the Show, grinding it out, you know, having a good old time, getting home from work, grinding Road to the Show. It was a lot of years of that. Even in my high school years, I remember playing like Road to the Show stuff. Maybe a little after high school. I'm 35 years old, so I graduated a long time ago. MLB The Shows, though, definitely, like, have had Road to the Show for a long time. So as you see here, we are into the recruitment stages. I am kind of yapping. This video is 21 minutes long. I'm trying to do it in a one-take Jake fashion with this voiceover. It might not work. We'll see how it goes. I think this is my second game on the bump. Here we go. So, immaculate inning. These are like, it's gonna be hard to do when you're such a low tier pitcher, right? Like, I have no hits per nine. Got nothing. Immaculate inning almost feels impossible. So I selected it just to try. I think this guy hits the first pitch or something. I tried it a couple times. Stinker up in. I pitch these guys like I'm in ranked seasons, bro. It's so cringe. But these guys just hit the ball, dude. And also, you have literal no attributes. You're not getting nothing by anybody. But I will say, this is my first time like playing the whole thing all the way through. I do appreciate San Diego Studios, you know, trying to incorporate. Obviously, this is the second year of the high school college situation, And from, like I said, I didn't play it last year, so this is all pretty much brand new to me. And it is kind of, dude, it's kind of cool to hear the sounds of the bats. But at the end of the day, it just feels like a normal game. It just feels like, you know, I'm just pitching, I'm hitting, trying to grind my way. I wish you could have like a high school season though, you know? This is not like a real season. You get like, I'm not sure I counted, but it was every other game. This is my third game. I want to say maybe there's 5 high school games. But I mean, I think a real high school season is like, I think high school is playing about 25 games in a season. So, I mean, I think that would be cool to have a whole high school season. I don't see why it would be much more difficult. I mean, they have a bunch of minor league teams and you could just make it, I don't know. I know that they like to make stuff more difficult than it seems. But I think we should have a full high school season. I wish we could have a full college season because I don't see what is stopping us from doing that. I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain to me what. Look, I just gave up an absolute tank. All right, so there, my ERA is shot. And you only get 5 games. That 1 run is the difference between the first round and the 4th round. That 1 swing. So I mean, as we are young in the road to the show, in the Drizzy Drake, in the stage, we really just gotta try to stack up these points. I should have been going for the easiest, but I'm also going for the entertainment. That's gonna be he almost missed that. Lackadaisical in right field. There's 8 more minutes in this video. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna have to just chop out these full at bats because these guys are just grinding. Honestly, that's a strike 3 for Drizzy Drake. This is what sucks is like I want to feel invested into this like high school stage and invested into like the college stage, but it sucks because it's not a full season. That's what I guess it gets me like. It almost feels like, all right, let's just hurry up and get through this part because then we're gonna go to the minor leagues, and then now we're gonna actually start counting numbers, you know? Because right now it just feels like okay, we're just gonna get a hit. Hopefully, we're gonna get a couple hits in these 5 games. I'll talk. So I'm recording. I'm voiceovering this like the day after. I've already gone through the college part, and I'm ready to go to the minor leagues. But as an overall view, because this video is gonna be, it's not gonna be me live like reacting in the moment. This is more of just going over the process of road to the show to someone who is sort of new. I guess like I'm new kinda because I haven't played in a couple years, but I'm not really new. I spent a lot of time in this game mode. I know what's going on. I know that you can get injured. Like you gotta put your attributes in the right spots. There's like perks and stuff. But the overall view, like them adding this whole college and high school, if they don't end up expanding on this part, well, because they did some expanding, but the expansion was there's more teams, and I don't think that's what the people who play Road to the Show, I've watched some videos and it feels like that's not the sort of expansion we're looking for. We're looking to play like more games, because I mean, what else? They're not going to really expand on like different, like more defensive opportunities, more offensive opportunities. Like that doesn't really. There's nothing really more to expand on in the gameplay. In the gameplay sense, there is good plays. There's diving plays. There's at bats with runners on. There's situations you can bunt if you want. You can get the runners over. Right, so we kind of have that part of the game. I personally just would, create my high school. You know, I wish I could create Covina High School and then play. Dude, what if you could just play 4 seasons in high school? You can play from your freshman year. You got to try to make the varsity team. Like, I feel like there's so much stuff we're missing out. And it's just versus the computer, you know? It's not going to take up that much bandwidth of, let me go through my high school career. Let me go through my college career. You know? I hate to keep venting on this, so it's kind of boring because it's only 5 games, basically 7 games, whatever the situation is. But Road to the Show is a big piece of our game. I just smoked the pitcher. That was a ground ball. At 84 mile an hour. He's done. That guy's career has changed forever. He's not going. His scholarship is gone. Drizzy Drake has no reaction. I make that play in my sleep at the softball field. Bad play, bad reactions. But yeah, you know, we're taking swings here, trying to have an approach. We know that we're kind of in that spot right now in Road to the Show where you have like no power. So if you kind of get under the ball, you're kind of an out. We're trying to hit some line drives, stay back up the box. Be patient. You're gonna get some points for taking pitches and getting walks. If you don't like walk, like your coach will tell you, like, hey, you gotta start walking, dude. You gotta start seeing some pitches. Yeah, Road to the Show, MLB The Show 26, Drizzy Drake, Road to the Show. We have find the ball. When we get to the Hoff and start grinding the minor leagues, it's gonna get really fun, dude, because you really do feel invested in every at bat. So we're zooming through here. It seems like I'm a top recruit. Let's see, you know, I'm a top recruit over here, and I want to say this game, it got away from me. I think I threw a lot of pitches this inning. And you know what? They left me in. They maxed me out. They even let me in. I think we go extras in this game. Look at bottom of the 7th. This game took me to my max right here. The Ichiro Iwamura frozen pizza. And you know what's weird, dude? Like when I was playing, so look at this hitter, right? Look at his swing. Right? You saw the first swing? He took that one. Look at his like uppercut righty swing. Like it's like an animation I haven't seen in anybody in the game. I do love to see like the random stances in this when you play Road to the Show. I think get these random characters. And some of them actually look like I would crush with them, but there's like no way to find out what stance is that. But dude, all of the high school hitters, they all have this weird uppercut looking thing. It's almost like they only coded the high school players to have this high school uppercut swing. Mark Gonzalez, yep. That guy's definitely from Southern California. I'm pumping fastballs, 93. Look at that. He's like uppercutting, but ground ball. It is so weird, dude. This guy's head is too big for his body. Alec Messer. Shout out Professor Messer. I do IT schooling. Professor Messer on YouTube. If you want some IT cybersecurity schooling for free, it's a good place to start. Professor Messer. Shout out to Professor Messer getting a shout out in my MLB The Show YouTube video. But yeah, this guy's like 5'2", Barry Bonds head. All right, yeah. So this is not the game that I was thinking about. That there was one team that absolutely punished me, bro. They had to get me out of there. That's a good pitch. 0 accuracy in the dirt.
That's a ball.
That's a ball. Okay. Diego Gallegos. Yep, I've met this kid before. Oh yeah, and he's leaking on the fastball. I mean, on the slider. He's looking for the heat, and I give it to him, and he beats it into the ground. This guy, who's it? Mike Smoke. Shout out Justin Smoke. Anybody who remembers Justin Smoke? I remember watching Justin Smoke like in college, bro. I remember watching it. I don't even, what school did he go to? Like North Carolina? No, like South Carolina, I think. Strike 3, Drizzy Drake. Justin Smoke, switch hitting, absolute demon. I was relieved for. So I got through that game pretty well. I guess so. That was like the state championship, right? Cool. Like I said, I just wish I would have felt more invested into it, you know, by playing by like a full high school season with my high school. So in here, you're gonna get drafted or not. So you can choose to go back to. No, I'm thinking of the wrong video. Right now, you're just choosing which college you go to. Right? I choose the UCLA Bruins. Keep it in SoCal. And guys, that's gonna be it for video 1. The high school days, more of a tutorial and a little background on me. Video number 2, Drizzy Drake. We're going to be playing my years at UCLA. So tune in. I'm gonna put the video right in the description or something. Guys, I appreciate your time. Subscribe. I'll see you next time.